As usual, three news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, last night some Tigray-backed news sources claimed that Mille town on Ethiopia-Djibouti road had come under TDF control. Since then, we have been waiting for visual confirmation. No pictures, no videos from TDF. Instead, Afar fighters have shared their pictures from Mille. We have been seeing pictures of TDF fighters, Amhara militia members, Ethiopian National Defense Force members. Now it's the turn of Afar fighters. They are sharing their pictures from Mille. I'll show you the pictures. Secondly, viewers, people are comparing US directions to its citizens in Sudan and Ethiopia. US and other Western countries, they are withdrawing their non-essential diplomatic staff, their citizens from Ethiopia. Why not from Sudan? We'll have a look at that. And lastly, viewers, TDF and Oromo Liberation Army have made some gains in Oromia special zone of Amhara region, where Kamise was under TDF and OLA control. Now another major town has come under TDF OLA control. We'll talk about that too. Firstly, viewers, last night we heard claims from some Tigray-backed activists and some of their news sources that Mille town in Afar region on Ethiopia-Djibouti road had come under TDF control. But Tigray-backed news sources could not back this claim with any visual evidence. No pictures, no videos. I also did a video on that. Maybe we should have verified it more. Instead of TDF sharing evidence from Mille, Afar fighters have shared their pictures from Mille. They say that they are in Mille. They're in control of this place. There is no presence of Tigray Defense Force in Mille town. You can see a picture on your screen in front of a bank in Mille town. An Afar fighter can be seen in the second picture as well. Afar fighters can be seen from Mille. So Afar militia members, they have shared their pictures from Mille. So far, no visual evidence that TDF has entered Mille town of Afar region. So we can now safely conclude that at least Mille is not under TDF control. If they have made gains, which they have according to my information, but they are at a distance from Mille. They have not entered Mille so far. Where is battlefront? It's difficult to say. It's difficult because both sides are making conflicting claims. TDF side says they have gone past Kasagita and other places and they're close to Mille. Afar news sources say that front line is near Kasagita and between Kasagita and Bati. So we'll have to wait a little. But a confirmation that Mille is not under TDF control. There is no presence of Tigray Defense Force in Mille town of Afar region so far. Secondly, viewers, people are comparing US actions in Ethiopia and Sudan. US and some other Western countries, they are calling upon their citizens and their non-essential diplomatic staff to leave Ethiopia. We have seen some withdrawals as well. Several countries have called upon their citizens to leave Ethiopia. The US, the UK, Netherlands, then some African country. One African country, I think Zambia, withdrew its citizens from Ethiopia. All these countries are withdrawing their staff, their citizens from Ethiopia. Why not from Sudan, where there is massive unrest? We know that since the 25th of October last month, Protests have been going on in Sudan. Security forces have used force against protesters as well. And I think 2 days ago in protests, some protesters were killed as well, and security forces shot at protesters. Situation is not peaceful in Sudan. Why is that? Is US withdrawing its non-essential diplomatic staff from Sudan? Is UK, Canada, Netherlands, are these Western countries and the US, are they withdrawing their staff, their citizens from Sudan? We haven't heard much that they are withdrawing the staff from Sudan. So that is why people are saying that the US and the West, they are trying to create a crisis. They are trying to create this impression that a crisis is unfolding. It's going to unfold in Addis Ababa. That is why their actions are creating panic in Ethiopia. They're trying to create panic in Ethiopia. Yes, partly we can say these people, their objections are well placed. But Ethiopian government announced emergency for 6 months. That also led to panic among countries, among their embassies. One of the reasons behind the withdrawal of diplomatic, non-diplomatic staff from some countries. But a very valid question that if situation is bad in Ethiopia, it's not good in Sudan as well. Lastly, viewers, Tigray Defense Force and Oromo Liberation Army have made some gains in Oromia Special Zone of Amhara region, where they're in control of a major town. Name of this place is Senbete, viewers. Senbete is in Jile Damuga Voreda. It is administrative capital of this Voreda, Jile Damuga, viewers. And this is the second major town taken by TDF and OLA in Oromia Special Zone of Amhara region. The first town was Kamise, viewers. Kamise was taken. Now the second town, Senbete, has been taken. What about Ataya, another important town? We have no confirmation about Ataya. But now Senbete and Kamise, two major towns in Oromia Special Zone, have come under TDF and OLA control. People are talking about Debre Birhan. They say, Sajid, TDF, OLA have reached Debre Birhan, Debre Sina, and you talk about Oromia Special Zone. In a previous video, we talked about Majate. Majate is in North Shore. We received some confirmation about TDF and OLA entering Majate, but apart from Majate, we have no confirmation that TDF and OLA have made large-scale gains in North Shore Zone. We have heard some reports about fighting close to Debre Sina, Debre Birhan, but so far TDF and OLA have not entered or taken control of Debre Birhan, Debre Sina. So their gains are mostly so far in Oromia Special Zone of Amhara region. They have entered North Shore as well, where Majate is under their control. But so far their major gains are in Oromia Special Zone, from where they are moving into North Shore. Entire Oromia Special Zone is not under OLTDF control. Some areas are still contested views. But now when Senbete has come, if Ataya falls too, then we could see their renewed push towards major places in North Shore Zone of Amhara region. Thank you for watching.